I'm gonna introduce these players here. We have in the top right from Team 80 Cooler Master, but in this case from Team 2legit2quit, he is the Orange Terran. He is Optimus.
Right, and in the bottom center position of the map is of course a 3-player map. It is from Team 2legit2quit. In this case, it is J-Power.
Indeed. So usually J-Power is from Team My Insanity, but yeah, today he's playing for 2legit2quit, sort of the all-star team of the Dutch StarCraft League. Doing a good job at that, I would say.
Definitely, yeah. So far, they have been undefeated. Of course, they are now in the winner bracket finals, which means that they have not been defeated. Let me check the brackets to see if how many maps they even lost on the way there. So they lost. They took one loss against Mouse Control in the semifinals, and before that, it was a 3-0 win over AT Gaming Academy. So they already beat the Academy team of AT Gaming, and now they're up against AT Gaming's main team. So let's see if the main team can, make a bit of a dent in this All Stars team.
Yep. So we had a small pause here, which causes a lot of chat.
All right.
And
very relevant information.
Yeah, very relevant. So we have J-Power being the first here to actually scout around, and yeah, he's doing a good job. This looks like this was an observer replay, so we get chat from the actual observers as well. Adds a bit of flavor to our commentary, I would say.
Yep. And we can actually see the scout from J-Power going in the right direction right away, so that's a bit of a fortunate circumstance for J-Power, who will not need that much time to scout his opponent. He scouts his opponent right away because of the supply depot on top of the ramp, and will now annoy this SCV who is trying to put down a command center. Actually, I've seen this before, where you attack the probe, the SCV building the command center, and then as the SCV moves, the probe actually switches this attack to the command center itself.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's actually something. The way to resolve that is to have the worker that's attacking, and then shift-click the worker you're attacking a few times. So it will keep focusing the worker that's relevant in here.
Nice, awesome. I'm learning stuff. Thank you, Ewan.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's dealing with probe harass. Learned you a couple of things. So Optimus, I think he went for his command center first here. Is now adding on double barracks. This is a safe build against Protoss, but in case like J-Power scouts this, and he can try to do some early aggression if he so wants to, basically. But until his Cybercore finishes, there's really nothing you can do. Keep in mind though that J-Power is mining double gas with full probe saturation, so it's really up to him to go for an early tech choice.
Cool.
So what's also interesting, of course, is Optimus. He should be building a bunker at the front, I feel, but he has chosen not to do so yet. Probably wants to wait for his scout to complete to see if he can actually intercept some form of, some information. No warp gate start. Oh, the moment I say he starts warp gate, of course.
All right, Optimus now also scouting his opponent, knows where J-Power is, and sneaks right into the main base where he then right away runs into the mothership core. But he does get a full scout off.
He does get a perfect scout off. I don't think he saw the pylon at the side. No, he didn't. Neither of the pylons at the side. And so we have the Stargate coming up here for J-Power, which will presumably lead to an Oracle. Because playing Phoenix against Terran is rather unorthodox. Optimus is sending Marines literally all across the map to scout for proxy pylons. Unfortunately for him, this will not really help him because the Stargate isn't proxied. And this SCV will probably get picked off by the Stalker here.
Yep, Stalker is slightly faster than an SCV. Is that true? Let's see.
No, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be fine actually. Except there aren't that many Marines for Optimus at the top of his ramp. But yeah, this SCV should be fine.
All right, cool. 2.0. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, so the Stalker is slightly faster than the SCV. Yes. All right.
Okay, that's good to know. The Oracle is in production. Which is of course expected. The Stalker at the front has not really identified whether there's a bunker or any other form of defense, but Optimus has already positioned a couple of Marines in his main base. They are not directly in the mineral line, so in terms of defense they're not that adequately placed. Okay, he's going to move him a bit, but also in the engineering base, finishing at a rather standard time, and I kind of expect him to, yeah, there we go, there's one turret in the natural. No turn in the main because there's actually Marines here, so that makes perfect sense.
But they're moving out though.
They are moving away now, so I'm pretty surprised at this. I think Optimus might be thinking like, well, if this was an Oracle build, I should have seen it by now. But the reality is the Oracle is currently flying into the main. However, the Marines are moving out of the main currently. SCVs are kind of exposed, but J-Power is wasting time attacking a single SCV which was building a factory. So Optimus goes completely unpunished with his greed here. You know, he went command center first, and he's now adding on the third command center. And unless you know, J-Power does something about it, he's going to be massively behind.
Definitely, yes. This Oracle didn't do too much. Of course, it's always good to keep it alive anyway, because it can cast useful spells later on. It can do, what is it called? The Envision, right?
Yeah, of course. You can cast 2 spells with the Oracle. Envision, which will allow you to detect cloaked units or invisible units. And there's also the Revelation, which puts something like a mini observer over every unit.
A GPS tracker, if you will.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, Optimus is looking in really good shape, you know. He's getting a starport, upgrades. Genicus is so... Oh, actually, the Oracle now gets a couple of pickoffs here. He's up to 4 kills. Not really anything dramatic. Like, usually you want to make all those kills a lot earlier. But Optimus is currently on 3 command centers, so he can replace those workers in less than a minute.
Yeah, sure, of course. Like you said, it's looking good for Optimus. So far, J-Power doesn't seem to be working towards a third base.
Yeah.
What do you think do you think, so he's going to be pushing on 2 bases? Doesn't look like that either, right? He doesn't have too much production facilities. So what do you think he's going to be doing?
Well, I think he realizes that defending 3 base will actually be very difficult to do. Simply because you need units to actually defend them, and this map, like, the bases are relatively close together in terms of airspace, but not in terms of actual distance that walking units need to cover. So he's focusing on tech and getting a high value army rather than expanding his economy. However, Optimus is now taking his third, and he does need some sort of an answer to the drops that are incoming, and so far it's mostly been tech, and well, I like the addition of Blinkstalkers. So here comes the first move out from Optimus, quite nice on time with 2 medevacs, whole bunch of Marines and Marauders.
Yeah, it looks like a dangerous timing. Optimus also ahead in supply, not very much, but still. With this very delicate, I would say, high-tech army of J-Power, he needs to be careful not to get his Colossus sniped, for example. You know, with these units, with so much hinging on these very high-valued units, you gotta make sure that you don't lose them.
I think there's one massive mistake here by J-Power, which is the fact that he only has 3 gateways. He's gonna get this third cancelled without a doubt, which is a nice move by J-Power. So now, by Optimus, I mean, and now J-Power is handicapped. I mean, he has good tech, and he has a good probe count, but he doesn't have actual saturation on 3 bases, and his production is very limited. Like, he needs to add on more gateways, and he finally does so.
There we go. 3 more gateways, so we'll now be going on 3 gateways and a robotics facility off of 2, soon to be 3 bases.
Yeah, but at the same time, Optimus is pretty much gearing up for the same thing. He's adding on 2 more barracks. Haven't seen a second starport yet, but oh wait, there is one. Where is it? Where is it? It's in the natural with another, with another barrack. So he's producing 3 Vikings at the same time. He is getting +1 armor as well as an armory, so I don't think we'll be seeing some sort of SCV pull. I mean, that would be a bit weird because he's so immensely ahead, and I do expect there will be a big timing here from Optimus before Storm hits with a lot of Vikings and a lot of bio.
That's a good point, of course. You don't, as a Terran player, it's very dangerous when the Protoss get Storm, so you want to attack him before he actually does get it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, 3 drops just got scouted on the left side of the map.
Yeah, I can't imagine J-Power not being aware of this, and he's warping in Stalkers to the side of his base already. These are Blink Stalkers, so they can do a lot of damage. Optimus just used the boost on his medevacs, and they're currently actually hovering above a pylon, so I'm not sure what J-Power really wants to do about this. This is a nice bait by Optimus in a different sense. Ooh, actually, yeah, he spots the... Oh, loses the
one
Stalker.
And a lot of shields and other Stalkers, and the Colossus even getting taken out by that one mine.
So Optimus has opted to not drop. He's just taking out a couple of proxy pylons. The position for J-Power is really not all that bad. You know, he's managed to saturate his third. He has 3 Colossi, and you know, Optimus has pretty much left him alone for most of this. His Viking count is of course increasing, but there's no position for Optimus to really kill him. Furthermore, the upgrades for J-Power are really good. And yeah, here we go. Here comes the drop. All that's there to defend are 2 Zealots for now, and a Phoenix
Not doing anything.
And it's not doing anything at all. And then Colossus gets sniped off immediately because there simply isn't enough units here in the main for J-Power. He warps in a bunch of Zealots, but actually I think J-Power, Optimus can still fight this.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a problem for J-Power. I think he will clean it up in the end. Of course, he's got all the Stalkers at the top there. The Stalkers are not able to blink in all the way over that gap right now.
Okay, so the main problem here for J-Power was that he didn't want to move back his entire army because he was afraid of getting hit at the front. Losing actually that... Oh, no, okay, the single Phoenix survives. A couple of units on the drop get cleaned up, but I really think that was worth Optimus's time, even though he didn't actually kill any probes, I think. Or at least not a significant amount.
Let's see here. No, just one probe was actually killed during this entire game, so... That's definitely not... Ooh, actually, Drop's now getting scouted by the Oracle. There is a significant army built up for Optimus, though, with lots of mines in there as well.
Yeah. Usually the mines aren't a good decision, to make against a lot of Colossi, because Colossi simply outrange them. You want to make them against a lot of Zealots and a lot of Archons, because they rip through shields, and Zealots as well, because they tend to clump so heavily. There's also Ghosts, which are not that effective. Did he just EMP his own Menifex?
I think I saw something happening there, I'm not sure.
He EMP'd some of his own units. Wait. No, it must have been either the Medivacs or the Oracle which swooped in for some revelation. Anyway, here we go. We got a fight going on. Lots of Vikings here in position for Optimus. SCVs have actually been pulled as well. And the third will get sniped here rather soon. There's not much that J-Power can do here. He has 4 Colossi, a bunch of Blink Stalkers, but there's no Storm, which is a huge problem for him because he needs something to deal with these SCVs. There's also only just 1 sentry, so force fields aren't going to cut it either.
Here comes the attack!
So many Vikings staring on all of these Colossi with ease. The Blink Stalkers are firing, but they're not doing much else. SCVs providing a buffer for the Bio to just rip through all of these Zealots. Manner scan going down here on the army. GG is called from J-Power, and Optimus, ouch, crushes J-Power in a very convincing macro.